The tribal chief stands in the center of the ring, and everything you thought you knew about SmackDown just got turned completely upside down. Roman Reigns is back, and the entire WWE landscape is about to be ripped apart at the seams. What you're about to witness isn't just a return, this is a declaration of war that will send shockwaves through every locker room, every championship division, and every single soul who dared to believe that the throne could ever belong to anyone else. Before we dive headfirst into this absolute carnage, I need you to do something for me. I need you to be part of this moment, this family, this community we're building together right here on SLAMZONE. If you love professional wrestling, if you live for these earth-shattering moments that make your heart race and your voice hoarse from screaming at the screen, then please, hit that subscribe button right now. Turn on those notifications because we're covering every single twist, every betrayal, every championship moment as it happens. Drop a comment below and tell me how you felt when you saw Roman Reigns walk through that curtain. Share this video with every wrestling fan you know because this is the kind of moment we'll be talking about for years. This is history, and you're watching it unfold right here, right now. The atmosphere inside that arena is absolutely electric. You can feel the tension crackling through the air like lightning before a storm. The crowd is on their feet, and there's this collective energy, this anticipation that something massive is about to go down. SmackDown has been building toward this collision course for weeks, and Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes are standing face to face in that squared circle. Two warriors, two men who have clawed their way to the top of this industry through blood, sweat, sacrifice, and an unbreakable will to be the absolute best. Drew McIntyre, the Scottish warrior, stands there with fire in his eyes. This is a man who has traveled the world, who lost everything and rebuilt himself from the ground up. He's not just fighting for championships anymore, he's fighting for respect, for recognition, for his place in the history books. Every single muscle in his body is coiled like a spring ready to explode. His jaw is clenched, his fists are tight, and you can see in his expression that he's not backing down from anyone, not tonight, not ever. Across from him stands the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. The man who left everything behind to prove that he could make it on his own terms. Cody carries the weight of legacy on his shoulders, the pressure of a family name that echoes through generations of wrestling greatness. But this isn't about his father, this isn't about his brother, this is about Cody Rhodes carving out his own path, his own destiny. The crowd is chanting his name, and you can see the emotion flickering across his face. He knows what this means. He knows what's at stake. The two men are locked in a verbal exchange, and the tension is so thick you could cut it with a knife. Every word is laced with venom, with passion, with the kind of intensity that only comes when two competitors are willing to put everything on the line. The microphones are in their hands, and they're trading shots back and forth, each one trying to prove that they belong at the top of the mountain. The crowd is eating it up, the energy swelling with every passing second. Drew takes a step forward, his voice booming through the speakers, reminding everyone that he's conquered every obstacle, every challenger, every single person who doubted him. He's beaten legends, he's main event WrestleMania, and he's not about to let anyone stand in his way. The conviction in his voice is undeniable. This is a man who believes with every fiber of his being that he deserves to be on top. Cody fires back with equal intensity, his words cutting through the noise like a blade. He talks about finishing the story, about the journey he's been on, about the promises he made to himself and to everyone who believed in him. His voice cracks with emotion because this isn't just business for Cody Rhodes, this is personal. This is everything he's worked for, everything he's sacrificed, all coming to a head in this very moment. The crowd is absolutely deafening now, split right down the middle between these two incredible athletes. Some are chanting for Drew, some are chanting for Cody, and the arena sounds like it's about to explode from the sheer volume of noise. This is what professional wrestling is all about, two competitors giving everything they have, and the fans responding with pure, unbridled passion. But then, something changes. There's a shift in the atmosphere, a sudden chill that runs through the entire building. The lights flicker for just a moment, and the crowd's reaction changes from excitement to confusion to absolute shock. The music hits, and when I tell you that the roof nearly came off that arena, I'm not exaggerating even a little bit. That entrance theme echoes through the speakers, and every single person in that building knows exactly what's about to happen. Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, the head of the table. The man who has dominated WWE for over 1,000 days as Universal Champion is walking through that curtain, and the entire world just stopped spinning. He hasn't been seen in weeks, and speculation has been running wild about when he would return, where he would show up, and what his intentions would be. Well, ladies and gentlemen, every single question just got answered in the most explosive way possible. Roman walks out onto that stage with the kind of confidence that can't be taught, can't be faked, and absolutely cannot be denied. He's not rushing, he's not running, he's taking his time because he knows that every eye in that building, every eye watching around the world, is fixed solely on him. The tribal chief doesn't need to hurry because when Roman Reigns is in the building, everything revolves around him. The slow, deliberate walk down that ramp is a statement in itself. I'm back, I'm in control, and the throne is mine. Paul Heyman is right there beside him, and you can see the smirk on the special counsel's face. He knows what's about to happen. The Wiseman has orchestrated some of the most devastating moments in WWE history, and this looks like it's about to be added to that list. Roman's eyes are locked on the ring, specifically on Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes, and there's this intensity, this purpose in his gaze that sends shivers down your spine. Inside the ring, both Drew and Cody have stopped their confrontation. They're staring at the entrance ramp, watching Roman Reigns make his way toward them, and you can see the calculations happening behind their eyes. Is he here for Drew? Is he here for Cody? Is he here for both of them? The uncertainty is palpable, and the entire arena is holding its breath waiting to see what happens next. Roman reaches the ring and pauses at the bottom of the steel steps. He looks up at both men, and there's this moment of absolute stillness where time seems to freeze. Three of the biggest names in all of professional wrestling are in and around that ring, and the possibilities are endless. The tribal chief slowly climbs those steps, one at a time, savoring every single second of this moment. He steps through the ropes and enters the ring, and the tension is so intense it's almost unbearable. The crowd is going absolutely insane. The noise level is unlike anything you've ever heard. Some fans are cheering because they've missed seeing Roman Reigns on their screens. Some are booing because they remember the dominance, the ruthlessness, the absolute destruction that the tribal chief has unleashed on anyone who stood in his way. But everyone, and I mean everyone, is on their feet because they know they're witnessing something special. If you're loving this breakdown, if your heart is racing just like mine is, do me a favor and smash the like button right now. Hit subscribe and become part of the SLAMZONE family because we're bringing you the most passionate, most detailed wrestling commentary on YouTube. Ring that notification bell so you never miss a moment of the action, and drop a comment telling me what you think Roman's next move is going to be. This is our community, and I want to hear from every single one of you. Roman stands in the center of the ring now, positioned between Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes. The tribal chief looks at Drew, then at Cody, then back at Drew again. Neither man is backing down. Drew's fists are still clenched, ready for a fight. Cody's jaw is set, his eyes narrowed, prepared for whatever is about to come his way. Roman takes the microphone from Paul Heyman and raises it slowly to his lips. The entire arena falls silent, waiting to hear what the head of the table has to say. But Roman doesn't speak. Not yet. He lets the silence hang in the air, lets the anticipation build to an almost unbearable level. This is psychological warfare at its finest. Roman Reigns is a master of controlling the moment, and right now he's controlling everything. When he finally does speak, his voice is calm, measured, dripping with authority. He reminds everyone that this is his show, this is his ring, and nobody moves without his permission. Drew McIntyre isn't having any of it. The Scottish warrior steps forward, getting right in Roman's face. He's not intimidated, not even a little bit. Drew has faced down giants, he's battled monsters, and he's not about to let Roman Reigns walk in and take over without a fight. The two men are nose to nose now, and the energy is absolutely off the charts. You can feel the hatred, the respect, the competitive fire burning between them. Cody Rhodes is watching this unfold, calculating his next move. The American Nightmare knows that being caught between these two titans is dangerous, but he's never been one to run from a fight. Cody takes a step forward, joining the standoff, and now all three men are in the center of the ring, staring each other down. The crowd can barely contain themselves. This is the kind of moment that defines careers, that creates legendary rivalries, that lives forever in the minds of wrestling fans. And then it happens. The explosion we've all been waiting for. Roman Reigns strikes first, delivering a massive Superman punch that catches Drew McIntyre completely off guard. The Scottish warrior stumbles backward, and before he can recover, Roman is all over him. The tribal chief is unleashing years of pent-up aggression, every single punch thrown with bad intentions. Drew tries to fight back, landing a few solid shots of his own, but Roman is relentless. Cody Rhodes tries to intervene, but Roman sees him coming. The head of the table spins around and levels Cody with a devastating clothesline that nearly takes his head off. The American Nightmare hits the mat hard, and Roman stands over him, asserting his dominance. The crowd is in absolute chaos, some fans loving every second of this destruction, others screaming in disbelief at what they're witnessing. Drew McIntyre gets back to his feet, his face a mask of fury. The Scottish warrior charges at Roman with a claymore kick, but Roman ducks at the last possible second. Drew's momentum carries him into the corner, and Roman capitalizes immediately, driving Drew into the turnbuckles with a spear that shakes the entire ring. The impact is sickening, and Drew crumples to the mat, gasping for air. Cody is trying to pull himself up using the ropes, but he's still dazed from that clothesline. Roman stalks toward him like a predator closing in on wounded prey. The tribal chief grabs Cody and delivers another thunderous Superman punch, and Cody's legs give out beneath him. Roman isn't done though. He's making a statement tonight, and that statement is being written in the broken bodies of two of SmackDown's top stars. Roman positions himself, calling for the spear. The crowd knows what's coming, and the reaction is deafening. Cody is struggling to his feet, completely unaware of the danger behind him. Roman charges, building up momentum, and connects with a spear so devastating that it looks like Cody just got hit by a freight train. The American Nightmare is down, Roman is standing tall, and the message has been sent loud and clear. The tribal chief isn't finished. Drew McIntyre is slowly trying to get back up, refusing to stay down despite the punishment he's already taken. Roman waits, measuring Drew, and when the Scottish warrior finally gets to his feet, Roman delivers yet another spear. Drew goes down hard, and Roman stands over both fallen competitors, his arms raised in victory, Paul Heyman screaming, "Acknowledge him," at the top of his lungs. The carnage is complete. Roman Reigns has returned to SmackDown and has absolutely destroyed both Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes in a matter of minutes. The tribal chief stands in the center of the ring, surveying the damage he's caused, and there's no doubt in anyone's mind that Roman Reigns is back to reclaim what he believes is rightfully his. The throne, the power, the control, everything. Before we wrap this up, I need you to do one more thing for me. If this video gave you that wrestling fan feeling, that rush you get when something incredible happens, then please share this video with everyone you know. Hit that like button, subscribe to SlamZone, and make sure those notifications are turned on because we're going to be breaking down every single moment of this unfolding story. Comment below and let me know your predictions for what happens next. Is Roman going after the championship? Is this the beginning of a new bloodline? Will Drew and Cody team up for revenge? I want to hear all your thoughts. This is where legends are made, this is where careers are defined, and this is where the WWE Universe witnesses moments that will be replayed for decades. Roman Reigns has returned, and the entire landscape of professional wrestling has been forever changed. The head of the table is back, and he's coming for everything. Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes learned that lesson the hard way tonight, but something tells me this is just the beginning of an all-out war. Thank you for being part of the SlamZone family. I'll see you in the next one, and until then, keep living for those moments that make professional wrestling the greatest form of entertainment on the planet. This has been your breakdown, this has been your moment, and Roman Reigns has just reminded the entire world why he is, was, and always will be the tribal chief.